Hello, and welcome to the Business of Happiness podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Tarryn MacCarthy, and this very special episode goes to all those dental mamas out there who are tirelessly holding it all together. And today, I'm here to tell you that admitting you're struggling does not mean you're failing. There is nothing wrong with you. You've just been holding it all together and holding what no one else could see. You've been surviving in a system that has rewarded your silence, your over-functioning, your over-performance, and your emotional suppression. I'm sharing this story with you today. There's a woman. She's a leader. She's a business owner. She's a dentist. She's the steady one. She's the strong one. She's the one that people lean on, that they come to for solutions, for problem solving. She holds space for her patients, the really challenging ones, the ones where everything seems to go wrong, the procedures where, the equipment isn't doing exactly what you want it to, your team members are out. She's the one that when 2 team members are out for maternity leave, she works twice as hard. She's the one who her friends call just to hear her voice, to receive some love and support and compassion. But tonight, she's standing in the doorway of her baby's room. It's 2 a.m, and her baby, her toddler, has been screaming all night, crying again. Not loud this time, not a wail, just that quiet, exhausted, breathless cry, the kind that that reaches deep inside you and just tugs, that pitiful, sad, exhausted crying. She hasn't slept through the night in weeks, maybe months. And that day, the day before at the office, she had 3 emergency patients squeezed into her regular schedule. She coached a hygienist through an emotional breakdown. She still found the energy to stand at the front desk and smile when the new patient came into the office. Nobody noticed that she didn't eat lunch. Nobody noticed at the end of the day when she was exhausted, rushing to the bathroom to pee because she hadn't peed all day, and finally sat down at her computer after everyone had gone home. And now the baby's crying again. And so she walks over and rests her hand on this sweet little girl's back, gives her a kiss, pulls her into her arms. What she doesn't say is, "Come on, stop crying, pull it all together." What she doesn't say is, "You're too sensitive." What she doesn't say is, "You're failing again because you're sad, because you're exhausted. See, you're not getting it right. You're doing it again." No, she holds this baby. She lifts her up. She carries her over to the rocking chair, slowly soothes her, rocking her, kissing her, comforting her, breathing deeply, offering that unconditional love and warmth and presence like it's the most natural thing in the world. Because it is. Because she understands something that in the moment she'd been forgetting for a long time about herself. That needing support doesn't mean you're weak. That being held in your struggle when things are hard doesn't mean you're failing. That feeling overwhelmed and exhausted doesn't mean you're not capable. It means you're human. And she would never look at her baby and say, "You're not allowed to be tired. You're not allowed to be. You need to hold it all together." She'd never expect her baby to push through the exhaustion and suppress her needs just to prove that she's strong and capable and succeeding at growing and developing. And yet every morning this mama does it to herself. Every morning she demands herself exactly that. She looks at her colleagues on social media and she beats herself up. She says, "See, they make it look so easy. I'm not good enough. There's something wrong with me. They can do it all. Why can't I?" She gets told constantly from other people that her leadership is wrong, that her marketing is wrong, that her dentistry is wrong. She goes to CE events and just feels less and less capable. Like all this time she's been doing it wrong. That her parenting is wrong. She's getting messages from school, from other moms, from podcasts that her parenting is wrong, that her body is wrong, that she's not doing enough to take care of her body. And at every corner, there are messages that she isn't doing enough. And she believes it. So she keeps doing more. She keeps pushing harder. And maybe she doesn't even cry in the car anymore. She's just numbing out. She doesn't really see or feel the loneliness or the fear anymore. She's become robotic. She's become numb to those emotions because she just keeps going. Because the system taught her that strength looks like silence, that love means self-sacrifice, that wanting to do great things and make impact in this world requires her to self-suppress, and that doing it all means doing it alone. But tonight, with her arms holding this beautiful child, she remembers the truth. The truth is, you're not failing, you're feeling. And maybe, just maybe, she doesn't need to push harder or hide better. What she needs is to be held the way she holds her child, with tenderness, with compassion, with understanding, with grace, with forgiveness, with fierce, unshakable love, with compassion. We know so well as leaders, as moms, as healthcare providers, how to offer that grace to others, how to guide our patients through fearful situations, painful situations. We tell them, after this procedure, go home and rest. This has been a big one. You've been here for hours. You need to take care of yourself. Don't try to do it all when you get home tonight. Take it easy. We offer grace to our children so instinctively. Babe, you've been through a lot. Be kinder to yourself. Don't keep pushing. Once you rest, you'll be able to rise. We offer it to our teams so graciously. I hear over and over again leaders who say to me, yeah, I didn't want to put too much on her, so I took it on. She was really stressing out. She had too much on her shoulders. So I just thought, let me do this for her to make it a little easier for her. We love our team members. We see them as the incredible women they are and recognize that they need support. And we forget we need the same tenderness. We internalize that message that to be a good leader, to be a good dentist, to be a good mom, it meant we had to be invulnerable. That struggling meant weakness or failure. That feeling meant there was something wrong with you. Feeling sad, feeling overwhelmed. But here's the truth. You're not failing because you're tired. You're not broken because you feel overwhelmed. You're not too sensitive. You're finally feeling, after all these years of holding it in and pretending that everything is just fine, and pushing through and showing up no matter what. The truth is, you've been surviving in a system that rewards your silence. You've been surviving in a system that rewards overperformance, that celebrates doing hard things. You've been surviving in a system that rewards emotional suppression all day long, holding it together, being professional in front of your patients, holding it together in front of your team members, pretending it's fine when someone gives their 2 weeks notice, pretending it's fine when your nanny gives her 2 weeks notice, pretending it's fine when you get home and there's dinner to be made and soccer games to be attended to and homework to be supported and emails still to answer. And yet, look at you. You're still showing up. You're still loving fiercely. You're still reaching for your dreams. You're still holding it all. You are not the problem. There is nothing wrong with you. You are not broken. You've been surviving in a broken model of success. But the good news is, you don't have to keep carrying it all alone. What if, just like that child that you held last night, You let yourself be held. In acceptance, in community, in compassion, in understanding. What if it doesn't mean you have to burn it all to the ground? What if it's possible to still reach for your dreams and take care of yourself and not to have to hold it all together and push yourself to the brink? This isn't the end of your strength. It's the beginning of your healing. So wherever you are right now listening to this podcast, know that it's found you for a reason. Know that this message is meant for you. That being seen right now, that means something. So I'm going to invite you to just take a deep breath right now, wherever you are, driving, walking, whatever you're doing. Just take a deep breath. Deep breath in through your nose and exhale. You know what? That felt so good. Let's just do another one. Deep breath in through your nose and hold it at the top. And maybe on this exhale, just sigh it out or make a sound. Allow your shoulders to drop. Let's do one more of those. That felt really good. Deep breath in. When was the last time you gave yourself permission to exhale? You're allowed to feel. You're allowed to cry. You're allowed to scream. You're allowed to need. You're allowed to exhale. You're not failing. You're remembering what it's like to be human. And in that remembering is when we become whole again. So if this has resonated with you, if you're tired of holding your breath, if you're tired of holding it all together, if you're tired of pretending that you're fine when you're anything but, if you're tired of putting off rest until the summer or until your kids grow up or until you retire, if you're tired of pretending that you're just making it through with a smile on your face and that you're strong and that you're capable and that you're doing great when things are feeling so unstable inside, you're not alone and you're not broken. It's a broken system of success. But the good news that I want to leave you with is there is hope. There is another way. There is a way to still be a great leader, to have a beautiful practice, to make time for your family, and it all depends on the permission you're willing to give yourself to take care of you. And if you're thinking to yourself right now, how is that even possible? Don't worry, I've got you. Join us on May 7th, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Exhale, the Masterclass for women dentists who are done pretending they're fine. Join me at that masterclass so that you can feel seen. If this episode has spoken to you, if this episode had helped you feel like you're not alone, like there's someone out there who understands, please know that there is. It's not another lecture. It's a pause. It's a moment to breathe. Exhale is a moment to be seen and heard and supported by someone who gets it, who's been there, by someone who knows that you're in the right place at the right time and you're beginning to have an awakening, that the old paradigm of push and force and pretend it's fine and show up anyway and push through doesn't work. It's not sustainable. It worked for a while. It gained you a lot of success. It got you to where you are today. And now you're realizing the next level for you requires a new perspective, requires a new permission, requires a new sense of remembering who you are as a human being, of getting back that beautiful spark that you once had, that passion, that love for life, that love for yourself, whatever that was, because you've been suppressing her for a long time. You don't have to keep pushing alone. You don't have to earn your rest. You don't have to prove yourself before you rest. You don't have to earn your worth or prove your worth to anyone. And you don't have to earn love. You just have to exhale. So join us at Exhale, the Masterclass. I'll leave a link in the show notes for you. Just go down to the show notes of this podcast episode and register. It is zero money. It costs you nothing. Or find me at thisdentistneedstobreathe.com. Easy to remember, right? thisdentistneedstobreathe.com. Let this be the moment you choose yourself. I'll see you on May 7th. And remember, when you feel good, that is when you can do good. Bye-bye. Thank you for listening to the Business of Happiness podcast. If this episode brought you new perspective and value, I invite you to subscribe so that you catch all upcoming episodes and leave us a review. And if you know of a friend or colleague who could benefit from this perspective, share this episode with them and empower their day. For more information about the Business of Happiness and the Radical Happiness for Practitioners course, find me on www.thebizofhappiness.com. See you there.